One night, two friends made a pact to chronologically critique every video game movie adaptation. What they discovered was some of the worst cinematic abominations to ever hit the big screen. This is their terrifying tale. It's Video Game Movie Madness.
Hey there, Geeky Glasses viewers. This is the Ginger Geek, once again joined by
Big G Jamie.
And we are here today to present the very first episode in Video Game Movie Madness. This is a new series we're going to do where we're going to chronologically critique the absolute terrible history of video game movie adaptations. So, the first major release in all of video game movies was probably the Super Mario Bros. Movie, being that it was the first to hit the cinemas. Back in 1993, Hollywood kind of thought, video games are doing alright, we want a slice of their profit. And so, we got this horrible adaptation. Now, I've seen a lot of video game movies, probably too much to be honest. Jamie, you've seen next to none?
Oh yeah, not many. I can name, maybe 3 off the top of my head, and I've been so happy about that.
Yeah, so we're going to fix that.
God damn it.
And we're going to make you watch them all.
Yay.
Starting with, of course, the very first major release, as I have mentioned, the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Arguably one of the worst as well.
Oh, started off, God, I can only get better.
Except the next one's Double Dragon, but more on that later. So, on with the film.
So it starts off strong.
Yeah, the Super Mario Bros. Theme is over the logo. Then it stops being strong, and we're going to absolutely horrible, god-awful animation. It looks like it's running at about 5 frames a second.
Oh god, if that.
And this sequence basically explains the history of Brooklyn in the Jurassic period, which is totally relevant to Super Mario Brothers, as you all Mario fans will all know.
Well, it is, since apparently the dinosaurs have Brooklyn accents.
Oh yeah, the dinosaurs actually speak with Brooklyn accents, which is fun.
You know, it just don't get no better than this.
Yeah.
Why? Yeah.
Oh god.
In this, basically the crux of this scene is a meteor hits the dinosaurs, and that's relevant to the plot. It is.
It splits into 2 dimensions.
Oh yeah. So the meteor hits the as Mario narrates to tell us, the meteor hits the dinosaurs, thus killing the dinosaurs. But
what if the dinosaurs weren't all destroyed? What if the impact of that meteorite created a parallel dimension where the dinosaurs continue to thrive and evolve into intelligent, vicious, aggressive beings?
Well, if that did happen, then we would have the plot to a terrible movie.
And we did! Isn't that glorious? So, after that, we get an equally batshit insane scene.
We cut to a church.
We cut to a church with some nuns and an egg. And these, it's cut between like a woman running through the sewers.
Yeah, something like that.
The egg hatches, and inside is a baby. It's also ironic that the almost the first scene of the movie should be set in a church, since this movie proves that there is no God. And then I think the film starts, because this is all kind of irrelevant.
Yeah. Then we cut to inside an apartment.
Yeah,
and the camera pans over, and a guy, a very thick Brooklyn accent,
played by Bob Hoskins.
And then he turns to another guy just lounged about on the couch, and then Mario says the line that kills any hope that I have that this is going to be a good movie, by saying, Luigi.
Yes, that guy. These guys are the Mario Brothers. Bob Hoskins, admittedly, looks kind of like Mario in a way. Like if Mario in real life, Bob Hoskins could portray that.
If we edit in Mario one side, Bob the other side, I can see them looking similar.
Yeah, Luigi, played by the Violator from Spawn, because that was another role he had. Not so much.
Not so much.
Not so much. He didn't even grow a mustache for the
really
role.
didn't, no.
It's like the most iconic thing about the Mario Brothers. Firstly, their colours. Secondly, their mustache.
Yeah.
5 seconds into this movie, we've established that one of them doesn't have a mustache. Good start. Also, did you notice in the opening sequence, I know this is obviously changed later on, but do you think there was like a little bit of a troll in that Luigi's kind of wearing red and Mario's wearing green?
Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't notice that.
Yeah. It's like a deep sort of olive green, and then like Luigi's got like red clothing on. I'm pretty sure. Like I'd have to watch it back. I'm pretty sure that's the case.
Oh wow, okay. That could have. Well, it's. I like to imagine with the rest of how this movie set out that they just didn't know until after filming that scene.
Yeah. So right, okay. Explain the plot. Sort of what progresses from here. We're introduced to Daisy.
Yeah, we're introduced to Daisy after Mario and Luigi have a job as the plumbers.
That's a bit about all we got from Mario and Luigi. Oh look, these guys, the plumbers.
Yeah, as the plumbers, as you know, the fact that they're plumbers is the most important part of their characters.
Technically, it is for this movie.
For this movie it is. But yes, then we're introduced to Daisy as taking part in a student archaeological dig.
Yeah. So Daisy, not Peach, not the most iconic female from the Mario Brothers series. The main female in this film is Daisy, and she's an archaeologist because that's what she does in the Mario series, not play golf and tennis. And she's being threatened by Capelli, a mob boss.
The gangster plumber.
Gangster plumber.
The gangster
because
plumber.
There's a scene in the same sort of sequence where Mario and Luigi get a phone call for a job, and they get there and they find out the Capelli service has beat them to it. How does that work? They got the phone call to say, come do this plumbing job. Mario's really happy, like, oh yeah, we've got work, we're struggling and we've got work. Goes there, Capelli's already doing it for him. Does he intercept their phone calls? Is he like sitting in a car, like, when you see like the police hackers? And what's he monitoring the phone calls for? It's been established that they never get work. Does he just sit and do this with every plumbing facility in the world?
They're making sure that he doesn't get any more, no work. Apparently he gets the occasional job.
So really, this film is an empowering metaphor for the working class fighting the man. When you think about it in that way.
Clearly. So from there, two people.
The henchman.
The henchman. Yeah. The henchman of Koopa that we later learn in the movie. The henchman of Koopa tries to track down Daisy, and then we set the tone for the comedic style of this movie, where one of them walks into a glass pane.
Do you know what really amused me about the chase scene when they're basically chasing Daisy? Because
massive quotation marks. Chase.
The plot so far is basically we're introduced to Mario and Luigi. There's two plumbers. We're introduced to Daisy, and she's an archaeologist being threatened out of our archaeological dig site by gangster plumbers, and they're unrelated at the moment, but we know that Daisy, for some reason, is wanted by this King Koopa. Who sends these henchmen out.
These two bumbling idiots.
Yeah, the Balkan skull kind of thing.
Skull,
and, well, Wario and Waluigi, really. Except those characters didn't exist. So, the big reveal when we find out their names later. Christ. So there's these two henchmen, and they are trying to track and kidnap Daisy. And what really amuses me about the chase scene is the sneak walk. Yeah. Because what's really funny is that there's a scene where one of the henchmen sneak walks and tries to kidnap the character Daisy, and walks into the pane of glass, really setting the tone of the comedic elements, as you say. But what's particularly funny about that is this is a crowded street. If he caught it, what was he going to do?
And then, of course, Daisy introduced to our smooth as hell hero Luigi.
Oh yes.
Phone,
so after
where he stares at her creepily as hell.
Yeah, Daisy is so creeped on in this scene.
Oh, really badly.
Because Daisy escapes from the henchman after the comedic experience of the glass panel, and happens to need to make a phone call at the same payphone
Public phone, yeah, public payphone.
as Luigi. And Luigi gawps at her
Yeah, God.
for a bit.
Then gives her the phone.
Gives her the phone.
Walks back over to...
We'll get that little comedic moment where, like, on the phone someone's asking for work, but Luigi's too, like, oh my god, she's so beautiful that he doesn't acknowledge this, goes over to Mario, and Mario's like, any work? And he's like, nah.
You see, if the rest of the movie didn't sort of work out in the way it did, this would be less funny because they would be evicted. Oh, sorry, Mario. I was staring at someone.
Oh, this is being made like a Mario. Like, to be fair, right? If this was like Mario Brothers, the social realist drama, like I'd watch the hell out of it.
Yeah. So yes.
So at least one thing they got right though, Daisy, Luigi's love interest.
Oh yes.
Mario being the main character of this movie. I mean, it is called the Mario Brothers.
Yeah.
I suppose Mario and Luigi are technically the main character. They don't use Peach, they do use Daisy, but they don't make Daisy Mario's love interest.
No, that's something they do.
Mario does, however, get a love interest.
He gets multiple love interests.
Yeah, he does. What's the name of that? It's like, it's not Pauline or Peach. That was what I took note of. Daniela?
Daniela.
Yeah. Daniela. Yes. So
that's one of them.
That's one.
That's the one that you'll see in a minute. But then. Daisy, after calling the university, asking for more security because she's just been soaked out by the gangster plumbers.
Yeah.
Goes over to Mario and Luigi to just sort of talk.
Yes,
for a
because
bit.
Mario encourages Luigi. Oh, that's a nice girl. Go ask her out. And they literally say, "Get in the van." I mean, I am taking that out of context.
Okay,
admittedly, it's like, oh, go Luigi, go ask her out, and but I'm too shy, and then Luigi kind of fumbles over his flirt,
so
and
Mario
wacky hijinks, and then Mario's just like, "Here, get in the van, love." It's admittedly to give her a lift, but there's no way that can't sound intimidating. Two strangers approaching a woman and going, "Get in the van."
But then I believe she, for some reason, accepts the date.
Yeah, and
we cut to a dinner
they are going on a double date with
the dinner scene.
Luigi dating Daisy and Mario dating Daniela.
Daniela, yes.
Yeah.
And then we are introduced to the absolute pinnacle of subtle exposition, where we learn Daisy's backstory.
Oh yeah, it's so great. It's like there's Daniela's
scene,
just like, "Oh, what's that rock around your neck?" And she's like, "Oh, I never take it off. What was it?"
No, it was I never take it off, or it was the only thing I was found with. Sorry, you were found with something. Yeah, I was. Here's my backstory.
It's amazing. Oh, Mario and Daniela's expression was, "You were found." Like, please explain more.
And then dinner's over. Mario takes Daniela back to her apartment, and the goons see that and decide that Daisy knows that the goons are after her, so she's put on a disguise and changed her height, and so they go after Daniela. And then Luigi and Daisy go to the archaeological site, for nothing is sexier than fossils.
Oh yeah, there's that weird scene. So Daniela's kidnapped. Yeah, that's a point.
That just happened. There's not really more to say
raised
about
like
that.
an hour later. Like nobody really notices
it's
she's
fine.
missing. Daniela's kidnapped by the goons.
Then
Luigi and
Daisy go to
the archaeological site. Go down into sewers where we get the great line where Luigi's like, "Do you know where you're going?" And you pointed out it's a tunnel.
It's one direction.
There is only one way to go.
And then again, Luigi, how goddamn smooth he is. They're talking about fossils. Daisy says, fawns over this new species of fossils and said it's beautiful. Luigi, not missing a beat. You're beautiful. Oh, nothing puts me in the mood like fossils, I'll tell you.
You're beautiful, Jamie. So you see the seamless flirting. I learned it off him. So.
But then those dastardly plumbers,
the Capelli gang, sabotage the archaeological site. What did anybody catch? And I say anybody, I mean us too. Yeah. Did either of us catch why Capelli wants the archaeological dig site? Is he going to make something, or is he going to plumb it?
It's interrupting a plumbing job. Like, the university somehow has jurisdiction, despite, I think, a job already occurring. Because when...
So Daisy's the villain.
Apparently.
Really. She's just stopping an honest businessman.
Apparently, yes. But they Yeah, so Capelli's plumbers have hijacked the archaeologist site.
They make a big leak and the entire thing floods. But
then,
look, Luigi's there! And he's a plumber, right? So he goes and gets his brother Mario.
Yeah, because Luigi has the plumber.
There's the amazing suit-up sequence.
Anything. Yeah, but no, but that's also something I want to throw. This was flooding fairly substantially. Like, there was water coming out of the room, so the pipes must have burst hard. Then, like, they didn't have a car.
Yeah,
there was a point that they ran to the archaeological site. There was a cute, quotation marks, chase scene where they ran and they're being so flirty. But then it cuts and they're just at Mario's door. So
they've travelled all the way across Brooklyn, got to Mario.
Then they drive presumably back. They've probably been gone like 20 minutes, half hour, something like that. And it barely, it's not different. That should be flooded.
So, yeah.
And then when they get back, you would think plumbers would know how to wreck pipes so immeasurably that it couldn't be fixed. Mario spends 5 minutes with a wrench and fixes it. Just cut it in half. Like, if you want to flood it. Come on, guys. Like, give me a baseball bat and I could do a better job at doing that than them.
So, anyway, while they are doing the plumbing, we have the henchmen, come back, make an appearance, mention, we got the wrong girl last time. Yeah. We need to get the right Daisy. One. There's Daisy. There she is. Let's kidnap her. So they knock Mario and Luigi out.
Which is just this most pathetic scene.
Yeah, because they're only knocked out for like 5 seconds.
They virtually just tap him on the head and then they just fall over for 5 seconds.
So knock Mario and Luigi out and kidnap the princess. Yep, Mario and Luigi immediately come round and to the point where they can still hear her being taken away.
So they run after her. With the super hearing that Mario has developed from years of plumbing.
Then
it's not that way, it's this way. Well, how do you know? The echo's that way. Trust me, I'm a plumber.
So they run after her, making sure not to chase the echo and chase the actual voice, which I don't get how that works. But Mario and Luigi run and see her in the wall. Yeah, and this is where the weird craziness comes about. They come to this sort of ravine and in the sewers, which again, at what point does the sewers become a spelunking site?
Yeah, like Brooklyn under mountains.
And they see Daisy screaming for Luigi in the wall. It's like a special effect, and she's like in the wall screaming for him. He reaches over to save her and grabs a necklace, pulling off the meteorite. Which is an important plot point, of course.
It's the MacGuffin of the movie.
Yes. And Luigi jumps in after her.
Yep, Mario
follows. We get that amazing falling down the rabbit hole sequence with a spinning Bob Hoskins going through what I can only assume is a heavy metal album cover.
Oh, God, yeah.
It's weirdly coloured, and he falls into the main setting of the movie, which is the Mushroom Kingdom. Oh, however, where the Mushroom Kingdom in the games looks like bright and colourful and poppy and welcoming, this looks like the ugliest place ever put in cinema. Why is this place the set design on this thing is so ugly. The entire thing's covered in what you later find out is fungus. But
what looks like flesh.
Yeah, everything's decorated with what looks like bits of human flesh. It looks more like down.
Silent Hill.
Yeah. Then there's the elderly woman
they come across an elderly woman who's very sweet and nice, and it's like, "Aw, you two shouldn't be around here. It's nasty. Do you guys not have a weapon?" They're like, "Well, no, we don't have weapons." She's like, "Oh, okay," and then pulls a weapon on them. Tries to mug them, at which point a big black lady grabs the old woman, chucks her into the street below, lands on a car, and the black woman, the old woman mugs the boys, takes the necklace, and the black woman mugs the old lady and has the necklace, and then just jumps away on what I can only assume are moon shoes.
The super boots.
The super boots. We cut to the henchman taking Daisy into.
Yeah, so the henchmen take Daisy in, and Koopa's like, "Where's my meteorite?"
Where's the rock?
Rock, sir?
The meteorite piece that she wears around her neck, and I told you not to forget it!
I told you not to forget it.
And I told you to remind him! Without that piece, the meteorite lays dormant. I'll not be able to merge the dimensions. Where is it?
The plumbers took it.
Wah, wah, wah.
Plumber alert, because
Yeah.
that's a thing.
Plumbers. Plumber alert.
That's right, the Koopa Man is looking for a couple of plumbers.
Who plans for this contingency? Who says, I know what's going to be my downfall? Plumbers!
Do you know what? What's really, really amazing? He says, like, oh, put out a plumber alert, right? The fact that that's a thing means they have a button, like, you know, the plumber alert button.
Yeah.
Right? Not only did he think, oh, one day I'm going to get, you know, screwed over by plumbers and I'll be able to put out a plumber alert, which will immediately alert everybody in the city to say, oh, there's some plumbers around, catch them for us. But he chose to make that button rather than just making the same announcement over a microphone. They're captured, aren't
Yeah,
they?
they're captured. But before they are captured, we meet Toad.
Oh god. Oh god. Yeah. So Toad, the character from Super Mario Brothers,
Yes.
who is basically has, you know, the blue cape, well, the blue jacket, the white pants, big brown boots, disproportionate body, big mushroom head, is a stoner busker.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say. It's like
That's just
is a stoner busker.
Yeah, that's just, yep. So they're captured.
Yeah, they're captured because of Toad as
Because
well.
of Toad, yeah.
Because as this movie, you know, really echoing the Orwellian themes of
Running through.
1984.
And clearly those themes running through the Mario series.
Yeah.
Total.
You know, Mario's all about, you know, social oppression,
Really is.
dictatorships, shady politics. Toad sings a song that discredits. What am I saying? Okay. So
Toad sings a song.
Toad
that
sings a
discredits
song
Koopa.
discrediting King Koopa,
Yeah.
or as he's also known, Bowser. And first the police arrest him. The plumbers happen to be with him. The police immediately recognize them as, oh, you're plumbers, get in the car.
Yeah, arrested. So then we cut to a sort of not really a montage, but just scenes of them being processed through the prison, and a firing squad is teased.
Yes,
This is a
there's
kids'
scene-
movie.
There's a weird scene where they're getting the police lineup, and then like sniper rifle red dots like come over their face, and they like look with abject horror, like, oh man, we're gonna die. And then the guns, because they are guns, like they're
Yeah,
shaped
yeah.
like guns,
Yeah.
fire. But all it does is flash and print photographs.
Yeah. It's
Like-
a Polaroid camera, but in the shape of a gun, with a laser pointer.
Because you need that extra guidance when like you can't point and shoot, no good. You need that laser pointer,
That's
which also
that's what
doesn't
we
show up on the photos.
get, yeah. What's that?
the like red dot that was clearly in the center of the head when they take the picture does not show up on the photos.
Just really.
But you know,
weird.
if I'm going to pick flaws with that movie,
yeah,
this is not going to be the one I pick flaws with.
Much more flaws. We then the Mario Brothers are then taken out of the cell, which is as Mario actually says, some chicken coop sort of weird thing. Like
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cells,
Oh, but not
it's-
before they get processed.
Yeah.
You know, the what's your name?
Name? Mario. Last name?
Mario.
Okay, what's your name?
Luigi.
Luigi?
No, Luigi Mario.
Oh yes, what's your name?
Comedy.
What's your name? Mario.
Mario what?
Mario.
Mario? What's your name?
Luigi.
Luigi?
Luigi Mario.
Oh no! How many Mario? For God's sake, it goes on for hours!
It's so
It doesn't, but it feels like it does. It's like, because the gag's actually, you know, sort of funny if it cut short, like much before. Like, what's your name? Mario. Mario what? Mario. Hey, great. Oh, what's he? Luigi Mario. That's all it needed. But then it's like they explain. He's like, so how many Marios is there between you? It's like, well, here, let me count. We
There's
got
3
Mario.
Marios.
It's like, God Almighty, get on with it.
So yes, after that they are taken out of the chicken coop cages that they're in, and told that they're meeting their lawyer, who turns out to be King Koopa.
In disguises, I think it's
disguise.
Lazarus.
This is the worst plan. I mean, like, I can sort of understand where it's saying, oh, you know, I'm going to pretend to be their lawyer, get them like to trust me, so that when I say, oh, I know how to get you out, all you need to do is give me the meteorite. They'll just be like, oh yeah, it's great. Meteorite given, Koopa succeeds. I can sort of see some logic, but The second Koopa goes, you're going to have to hand over the meteorite to me. One, apropos of nothing, of course he knows more. Even idiots could see that. And two, Luigi just sort of goes, what meteorite? Immediately breaks. Immediately just starts cripping into his head.
That's a Blade Runner sequence.
Yeah, that's the weird,
right. It's an interesting point that I've neglected to mention.
Oh, God, this.
The quote on the front of the box for this DVD says, amazing. It's like Blade Runner meets Indiana Jones and Star Wars. I can only assume the reference to Blade Runner comes from Koopa trying to gouge Luigi's eyes out, because that is about the only similarity this shares with Blade Runner.
Oh, God.
Again, I don't see where Indiana Jones is and I don't see Star Wars is. Let's try and... we were trying to find them throughout the movie. We think we got where the Indiana Jones bit is.
Yeah.
Not Star Wars, though.
Yeah, I'm not, unless it's just... There's sci-fi. Star Wars.
I guess. But yeah, so... we haven't mentioned... Why does Koopa look like...
Yeah.
Well, what he is in this film.
Yeah, that's a...
I mean, if we put a side-by-side picture up...
Yeah. Bowser. King Koopa from the movie.
Bowser is a shelled dinosaur dragon, massive claws, and
King Koopa in the movie
is Dennis Hopper.
It's a dude in a suit with a little weird hair.
Yeah.
Who walks around like he's a T-Rex.
Sometimes. But not all times in the movie.
It's kind of adorable. But we'll also get on to other characters that they have missed.
Oh, God.
Yeah, you know what's coming.
But plot-wise, so...
Toad is made an example of after the meeting.
Yes, to demonstrate his oppressive regime. Again, hammering in the social media, the social criticisms of the working class fighting
Mario
man.
and Luigi into giving him what he wants.
We are introduced to, another major plot point. There's so much exposition in this movie.
Really
the de-evolve machine, I guess, but it becomes a gun later.
I don't know.
But it's a de-evolve machine.
I saw it as a sort of like... I saw it as imagining that whole sequence was delivered by Dr. Doofenshmirtz in It is the de-evolvinator.
De-evolvinator! So we're introduced to the de-evolvinator, which is basically a big machine that can either evolve you or de-evolve you.
Yes. To two different time periods.
Yeah. What? Exactly. And Toad's put in the machine, and...
essentially just what happens is he gets a shrunken dinosaur head.
Yeah, he's devolved into this shrunken dinosaur head, which are...
And here we go.
Goombas! How? Literally, I mean, this is a criticism that's been made of this movie so many times.
Yeah.
Why are all these things represented in the movie like this? Why are the Goombas dinosaur-headed things that are very tall but with tiny little heads and stupid? Why are Koopas pretty much the same but with a slightly more elongated heads? Why is King Koopa, or Bowser if you will, a human? Why is everything wrong? Interestingly, I'm not sure how true this is, but I did find an interview online with Shigeru Miyamoto, and I swear it must have been 100% made up.
Right.
Because Shigeru Miyamoto, on the subject of the Super Mario Bros. Movie, obviously being the creator of Mario, has said, well, the project was fun. The one thing, emphasis on the one thing he regrets with the Super Mario Bros. Movie is that it is too close to the games.
What? Nah, that's fake. That cannot be real.
It's got to be. Surely Miyamoto has looked at this film and went,
Or he's just not watched it. Someone's explained it to him and he's just been like, that sounds just like he's copied the game. That's too close.
I mean, he elaborates on it. He says sort of like, the games work in the sense that they're fun, and, he sort of says like, they don't really make sense, but they don't really, they're just kind of fun. And he says, whereas the film should have been a good film, not just a fun game? I don't know what he's trying to get at. Basically he says it's too close to the game.
That's really weird.
Obviously. I mean... Really.
Clearly.
It's like I'm just watching someone play a Let's Play.
God, yeah, definitely.
It's identical, really. There's no dissimilarities.
Exactly the same.
So where are we up to with the plot?
Toad's just been de-evolved. Then Mario and Luigi beat up the worst personal guards in the history of ever.
Oh, wait. No, we get this weird bit that I just want to call back to. They put Koopa in the devolve machine. And they devolve him.
No, they don't.
No, they do.
Really?
They devolve him, but the machine doesn't finish its thing. The machine comes up, and suddenly we get a little, ooh, what's going to happen here? Koopa has the dinosaur eyes, like a velociraptor, like straight line.
Yeah,
you get a flash of that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no.
What's that all about? Because nothing comes of that. I was waiting for I've seen it before, but even as a kid, at the first time, I was waiting for the bit. I was like, now he's gonna turn into Bowser.
Right? Yeah, that doesn't.
And then he doesn't.
Yeah. No.
Because there's literally nothing made of it. They just forgot that they'd done that.
Yeah.
But moving on, as the film does.
Yeah. In a clear homage to the Mario games. Massive car chase scene.
It's Mario Kart.
Mixed with Burnout, apparently, since there's explosions everywhere.
Yeah, no. Well, actually, if you look at it, there's that scene, the really, really goofy scene, where Mario drives the car on top of another car.
Yeah.
And then they're both driving. That's Double Dash.
Oh, yeah, really, really nice.
I mean, it's not come out yet by the time this film's been released, so really... This film changed the Mario Brothers series forever.
Really?
It invented conventions.
It really, yeah, you're right there. It's really nice for the guy on the bottom car to just help them get away from the cops.
Yeah.
Yeah, really nice of him.
Without any explanation as to who that person is. Wouldn't it be amazing if this film got a sequel? And they explained who the guy in the car that helped them get away from the police
was in on it from the beginning.
Yeah, it turned out to be I don't know, Diddy Kong or something. How amazing would that be?
That'd be pretty phenomenal.
And then it all comes and then it all comes together Avengers style. Diddy Kong makes an appearance in the post-credit sequence, and then they tie it into a Zelda movie, working their way up to Super Smash Brothers.
There you go, Nintendo. 2014. There's your movie franchise.
But yeah, so they escape. They end up not just with the car scene. They get the abseil, which I can only assume. Did the abseil down for the prison? Don't know. Is that later?
I think that's later because at the minute they just run out. Oh no, wait, because they jump down. And there might be an abseil scene. I can't remember. It might be later.
But I can assume that's where the Indiana Jones thing comes from. I guess we're just trying to find the Indiana Jones, Blade Runner, and Star Wars references.
But then they go through the tunnel, and apparently cars in this universe don't have brakes, so they go through the tunnel,
which is decorated with all the fleshy.
Oh
goop.
God, it looks so bad. It really looks like if you, I imagine if you.
I really can't fathom why this movie is so ugly.
Yeah.
The colour palette's hideous.
Yeah, it really
the
is.
set design's hideous. Why? Whose idea was it to make the Mushroom Kingdom literally this fleshy nightmare?
Yeah, as a sort of creative challenge to see if we can do this by changing dialogue, maybe muting it, and putting different music over certain scenes. See if you can make it Silent Hill.
I'll do a little edit. We'll cut to that at this point.
Yeah.
I got a letter. The name on the envelope said Mary. My wife's name. It's ridiculous. Couldn't possibly be true. That's what I keep telling myself. A dead person can't write a letter.
James, honey, did something happen to you? restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill.
I believe then we cut back to the advancement of the henchmen.
Yes,
And guys,
we find...
you know they are advanced intelligence because they're using the de-evolver, but for
yeah.
evolving
Basically,
this
what
this
happens
time.
is we find out the names of the henchmen are. Get this: these guys are supposed to be Spike, who is a generic enemy in Super Mario Bros. 3. So it's maybe not a direct reference to any Mario character. Maybe this is someone that's been invented. Oh no, wait, the other guy's Iggy. The other guy is supposed to be the Koopaling Iggy. So these guys
Again, picture. Here we
are
go.
supposed to be
Yeah, Jesus.
these guys.
So wrong. And then they both get advanced intelligence because, as we've already established, they're idiots.
Yeah, we've established they're idiots, and Koopa uses the devolver to evolve them, make them advanced in intelligence.
And you know that they're advanced because not only do they come out with random facts,
they start talking like you.
They start talking very politely and with bigger words, so you know they have advanced intelligence.
What amazes me is, why didn't he do this before?
Well, because as we later find out, they immediately betray Koopa.
Yes, yes, that's the thing. What is it? What is it as well though? Like until the point where he evolves them to have advanced intelligence. They're pretty dumb.
Yeah.
When Koopa is transforming Toad into a Goomba, which actually just think about to go on a further sort of digression. Think about that for a second. Okay. This movie is saying that the Toads and Goombas are the same thing, just from different time periods.
Holy Christ, yeah.
Which, if you follow the movie's logic and apply it to any Super Mario Bros. Game that features both a Toad and a Goomba, which is all of them, that means every single one is about a future race defending their homes from the invasion of their ancestors.
Wow. Christ, that's put a spin on things, hasn't it?
Yeah. So, but when Koopa is devolving the Toad, he says he has this whole speech about we'll make him loyal, subservient, and stupid. Yeah. Why does Koopa want an army of stupid people?
Yeah, because as we sort of find out and see later, doesn't serve him very well.
Why does he just hire better henchmen?
You'd think.
He literally has those. He literally has decent henchmen throughout this film. There's the guys in the suits, all the bent police in that, and there's the guy who
they seem competent. They arrested the Mario Brothers within 10 minutes of the plumber alert going out.
They're perfectly competent allies and stuff, but yet he wants an army of idiots. An army of literal idiots who can't function for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, you always are led to assume the Goombas are a threat.
Yeah. They're never shown to be.
No, they've got guns at one point, which they shoot with all the accuracy of a stormtrooper.
Yeah, there's the Star Wars.
Yes! Brilliant.
Yes.
That's made my night.
There's the
that's where the Star Wars. So yes, this movie is in fact Star Wars fused with Blade Runner, fused with Indiana Jones. Thank you, Daily Mail. You hit the nail on the head. Christ, where are we up to?
Sorry. The Goombas, they have guns that use all the
the Goombas, but other than that, they kind of just wander around.
Yeah, they don't.
They're never shown to attack the Mario Brothers, other than with the guns.
Yeah.
And then even then, the suit guys are more competent in holding said guns, since the Goombas don't seem to have much anatomical direction over their arms.
Really weird. Where are we? I believe. We're now cutting back to Daisy. Who gets introduced?
No,
we're not.
If we see Koopa. Oh, yes, no, you are correct. I thought you were going to reveal a later twist, which we'll come to. Yeah, so Daisy, still being kidnapped by Koopa, is approached by a small... I can't believe I'm about to say this.
Yeah.
A small velociraptor. named Yoshi.
Look how cute and adorable it isn't.
Koopa approaches her, tells her, "Oh, look, that's our family pet, Yoshi." Jesus. Wow. To be fair, the effects on Yoshi, pretty good.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, this movie came out the same year as Jurassic Park, so all the rest of the effects have absolutely no excuse. But, you know, Yoshi, you know, it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Doesn't look anything like Yoshi, but,
No.
you know, it looks like a moving animatronic dinosaur, which is what they were going for.
Yeah.
And then Koopa's a sex pest.
Yeah, Koopa. I like to imagine this is exactly how meetings between Bowser and Peach go in the games, like off screen when you don't.
That is horrifying. That is a horrifying thought because Koopa is so rapey in this scene.
Oh god, it's so.
He gives
really,
he literally
really
does
creepy.
a sex pest tongue.
Like he does the weird
Lizard tongue.
yeah,
oh, it's
so
awful.
weird.
It's gross. And then he's like, "What's the line? Like, take her away. I'll use her later."
Oh god, I'll have use for her later or something.
No, it's not even I'll have use for her.
Is it
Because
just
that
I'll
makes
use
sense.
you? Yeah.
I'll have use for her. It implies,
just-
you know, it is literally I'll use her later.
That's gross. Cut to the Mario Brothers.
In the meantime, the Mario Brothers are wandering through the desert.
and for this hyper intelligent because the
henchmen come and
are there.
pursue them.
Yeah, they can't drive. Apparently,
Yeah.
hyper intelligence doesn't lead to basic motor skills.
I can literally only assume that this whole. I was going to say I can literally only assume the evolve sort of story arc makes it just so that the henchmen meet the Mario Brothers. However, the crash seems like something the dumb guys would do, so I don't know why they evolved to be super intelligent.
I don't know what this is about.
Because now that this makes it make no sense. Because now you know that the crash of the car that the henchmen like struggle with the car and crash the car. You know that crash only occurs so that the Mario Brothers, can meet the henchmen. What is the movie doing? I can't fathom it. The plot makes no sense.
Really
at all.
doesn't. No.
Also, why did they tie them up with when the Mario Brothers capture the henchmen and tie them up to interrogate them? Why did they do so with a gay pride band? And where did they get said gay pride band?
God knows.
Is the movie alluding that Mario is a closet homosexual? That Luigi is a closet homosexual? That they carry, they could just be supporters of gay rights.
That could be
I
fine.
mean, the
That
movie's
could be
really
good.
progressive.
Oh, yeah,
in that
definitely.
sense,
Yeah,
it's about the working class fighting against the man.
Yeah.
The Mario Brothers clearly had a gay pride strap
As
that
an,
they could use
as an adaptation from the Marios, it gives Daisy a job. She's an archaeologist or a student archaeologist or something. She's not just in a castle as some sort of figurehead. She's actually doing work.
Daisy is also the most competent character in this movie.
Yeah, she kind of saves herself
Because the Mario Brothers kind of do nothing until the last 20 minutes.
And they suck.
What did we write? I've got the note here. We are we get an hour and 15 minutes into the movie.
The movie being only about an hour and a half long.
Yeah, and Koopa by that point hasn't done anything.
Yes.
And the Mario Brothers by that point have gotten lost.
Yeah.
Lost the meteorite.
Yep.
And get back to the start of the film.
Yeah.
Because once they meet the henchmen, they get back to the city, the Koopa city, after fighting gimps.
Oh god, yeah. This is the next bit where Mario and Luigi team up with the henchmen.
With the henchmen, Iggy and Spike.
Iggy and Spike.
Can we just call them Wario and Waluigi? Because they're more like those characters.
But they team up with them with a sort of mutual benefit. If Mario
and Luigi give Wario and Waluigi the meteorite,
they will help Mario and Luigi get to Daisy.
Which the meteorite, of course, has been stolen by the large black lady.
Yes,
that iconic Mario character.
Big Bertha?
Yeah, Big Bertha.
Yes, so they do a weird, because they're outside of the city.
Mm-hmm.
So they have to get back into the city. So, as you say, they beat up some gimps.
Because, yeah. They
iconic...
establish that the desert is empty. They then meet some gimps in the desert. And they are literally gimps. There's no two ways about it.
They plunger a couple of gimps, steal their suits, ride back into the city, and go to a club that they know Bertha will be at somehow. And then, oh god, and then Mario.
No, they know that Big Bertha will be at the club because she's the bouncer at that club. Oh. However, when we meet Big Bertha, she is neither seen to be a bouncer, and then when we meet Big Bertha again, she is still not a bouncer.
Yeah.
She is a patron of the club, dressed in a wonderful red garb with spiky breasts.
Oh, very, very, very nice. Very subtle.
Reminiscent of a packet of Maltesers, in a way.
So, yes, and then Mario puts on his flirting shoes.
Yeah, oh god.
Mario, once again.
In order to get the meteorite back, they enter the club. But important plot point, they are noticed as they enter the club because they are wanted. They are noticed when they enter the club.
Yeah.
And someone puts out the call, but before the police show up, Mario tries to flirt the meteorite back.
With flirting with the meteorite back.
And how does he do this?
Oh,
what is the
Mario
flirting technique?
Mario, hero of the Mushroom Kingdom, icon to millions, motorboater of boobs.
Do you know what? Actually, I love this movie. It's the best movie ever.
Mario flirts with Bertha enough to get a dance with her, and then when he goes for the dip, because Bertha is wearing the meteorite necklace, Mario, after dips her, goes down with her, puts his mouth over the meteorite necklace, which Bertha is wearing, and so hangs just above her boobs, and just grabs it and
goes for it. He goes for it. Also, amazing club soundtrack.
Oh my god, yeah.
We get a variety of club tunes. Now, wouldn't it have been mint? Wouldn't it have been absolutely mint if they went into a club, right? And it was all techno remixes of classic Mario themes.
That would be good.
Like some kind
cool,
of ravey, like do bass drop. But it's not. It's open the door, get on the floor, everybody walk the dinosaur.
Yeah.
Which, next time we're out, we're going to have to request at whatever nightclub we're at, because clearly it gets everybody dancing.
Yeah, they're like, apparently that is this universe's country music, because everybody's line dancing or something.
But of course, he gets the meteorite back, but they, of course, had been spotted.
Yes.
The police call goes out, and the Goombas show up along with the police.
And then Mario and Luigi jump to escape. They jump to escape, with the shoes.
No, they don't get the shoes yet, do they?
Yeah, they have the shoes yet, because Bertha gives them to them.
Oh, yeah. A sudden face turn by Bertha, to use wrestling terminology.
Which will actually be relevant later.
Yeah, sudden face turn. Bertha suddenly totally on the Mario Brothers side, helps them escape, gives them the giant jump boot she used before. Mario Brothers jumping, just like the games. Except they don't wear giant jetpack shoes to jump in the games, they just happen to be good at jumping.
Yeah.
But que sera, it's something.
Yep.
And they escape using the shoes.
They do. They jump into the back of a garbage truck and just sail away to safety. We then cut back to the villain. Koopa.
Yes. Who? Oh god, this thing.
Oh god, the thing that he's talking to. Like, at this point, we don't know what it is. It's just a weird growth on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Just spewing
reminiscent
slime,
of the sort of fungus in the city.
Yeah, it's like
which
apparently.
So now,
yeah,
the film is a fusion of Blade Runner.
Yes.
Star Wars. Indiana Jones. And Alien.
Yep. That's weird. We cut back to Mario Brothers being dumped out of the garbage truck right in front of the tower that he needs to get at. Massive, convenient. Oh god, that's a running theme. And then we cut to the most important scene in the movie. Koopa.
Do you know what?
What?
I'm just going to show it.
Oh, you just got
just put in the scene.
Here you go.
Python Pizza here. May I help you?
King Koopa here.
Oh, yes, sir.
I'd like the Koopa special.
Pterodactyl tail on that?
Yes. Dino, lizard, hold the mammal, no worms, and spicy.
He orders pizza. Yep.
I don't know why this is.
And he's a cannibal.
Yeah, because he orders pizza and he's like, what is it? Hold the mammal.
Yeah.
Which he's established are the Mario brothers
like extra
and the humans.
dinosaur tail or
extra
something.
pterodactyl and stuff.
Yeah.
And he's established that he's a dinosaur.
What the hell?
I mean, suppose he is a T-Rex though. So
Yeah, well, now it all makes sense. Like, I know exactly what he's doing here.
so really, this movie's educational.
It did, yeah, clearly.
The Tyrannosaurus, obviously the natural predator of the pterodactyl. Of all the dinosaurs he could have eaten, he eats the only one that flew. I suppose if you're putting on a pizza, he ain't flying anyway though.
Oh yeah, definitely go for that. I mean, you know, I eat pigeon all the while. Yeah. Mario and Luigi are inside in a sort of piped area thing.
I want to pretend that is a warp pipe reference. So Mario and Luigi get into the building.
Argument between the two leads. Oh yeah, I
haven't even mentioned that other because she's so insignificant.
Yeah, she's so
Koopa
she's arguably the second biggest antagonist, and she's so irrelevant.
Koopa has a lady called Lena.
Yes,
Lena.
She's
again totally not a Mario character. Basically, the other villain of the show. They're shown to be like, I don't know, maybe like a couple, maybe. They have baths together and stuff.
Just something like
in mud,
but it's just weird because she doesn't really.
But then suddenly, like they're like no longer cool with each other because she's jealous of Daisy because all he cares about is Daisy.
Maybe like
even though it's never in any way implied that there's a romantic relationship between him and Daisy, he literally. Hang on. Why does he want Daisy?
Why does he? Why has he just got rid of her? He only wants the
meteorite.
What the hell?
It's only just dawned on me. Because the meteorite's going to fuse the dimensions so they can invade Brooklyn. Because, you know, Brooklyn, that's where he really wants to invade. He wants to invade Brooklyn, bring his army of Goombas. Because the Mushroom Kingdom has dwindling resources due to his terrible leadership skills.
So then he doesn't need Daisy anymore. Daisy
he kidnaps Daisy.
Doesn't have the...
He keeps her.
Yeah. Maybe it's a pride thing from spoiler later. Moving on. God. The elevator scene. Elevator scene.
Is it the elevator scene? Yes. It's the elevator scene. So Mario and Luigi still trying to invade the Koopa Tower in order to get Daisy.
We've missed the sewing up. That's why they're in the pipes. We've missed the sewing up.
Yes. Oh yeah. Mario and Luigi put on the iconic sort of, because it's not quite right, but they put on something resembling a somewhat bad cosplay of Mario and Luigi. With Luigi wearing the gay pride belt.
Yeah. That's very progressive.
Good representation.
Good one up.
Nicely done, Luigi.
Yeah. Elevator scene.
And why are they in the iconic clothes?
They found him in the pipes. Like they were in their they were in their sexy getting with Bertha suits, and then they had to go to be badasses in the tower to save Daisy. So they decided to put something else on, I believe.
But why were those clothes in the pipes? Why were they? Where did they get those clothes from?
That's why. Because
I do you know what it is? This film at this point is so far removed from Mario. I would have liked to have seen them raid the Koopa Tower. Still dressed as pimps. Because that's what they were dressed as.
That was quite, I would have preferred that actually.
So so they're invading the Koopa Tower and in the iconic Mario and Luigi get up.
Yeah. Oh, God.
Sort of. Mario has blue pockets for some reason.
Going back to the whole Goombas... God, I'm getting my
Goombas are stupid?
Yeah, going back to that whole thing. They're in the elevators, surrounded by Goombas. There's literally about 8 of them in there. Just not noticing them.
Yeah, no, because they do that really genius thing with the original 2. Yeah. Because there's 2 in the elevator at the start. But they outsmart them by doing that thing where when they turn around, they walk around the back.
Yeah. And then loads of others come in.
So they're trapped. What do they do, Jamie? What do they do?
They dance.
Film of the year, 1993.
Yeah, there's music playing and Luigi just goes up to Goombas, starts touching them on the back and just swaying him side to side. 1, Goombas apparently can't feel anything.
Also, 2, did he have that Goomba's consent?
Yeah, that's wrong, Luigi. That is not cool. But yeah, just makes them all dance. And then they just escape. But they escape behind him anyway. Like, they're all looking forward throughout this entire scene. They start dancing, and then they just climb out of the elevator. They could have just done it anyway.
They didn't need to make the Goombas... Why did they make the Goombas dance? Why did the Goombas dance? Why did the Goombas look like this?
And then we cut back to Daisy, who is being brought food.
Oh, yes, and we get the fantastic line. The Goomba, a friendly, quite friendly Goomba brings...
That's Toad Goomba.
Oh, yes.
He's got the harmonica.
Toad, the Toad that got turned into a Goomba brings Daisy some food. And Daisy says, oh, sorry, I don't want to eat that. I'm a vegetarian. I don't eat food. What's it? I don't eat anything with a face.
Yeah.
Not sure that's how vegetarian would... Does that mean, like, she can't eat... Like, she's not vegan, she's vegetarian.
Yeah.
So she can eat eggs.
Does
that mean she can't have, like, you know, when people do, like, smiley faces with the eggs in the breakfast?
If I gave her a salad, but on every single piece of, like, lettuce, I drew a little face on it, would she not eat it?
With salad cream.
Yeah, salad cream.
Yeah, can't eat it.
Yeah,
that's not what vegetarianism is.
No, but, like, good try. You got close.
And anyways, the Lena comes in.
Starts, like, is this the attempt? She
attempts to murder her.
Yeah. Saved by Yoshi.
Yes! Yoshi does the iconic tongue thing that Yoshi is known to do for. All the kids cheer exceptionally, and then he gets brutally stabbed.
Yeah. and because of the sort of, quote, realistic style they've gone for dinosaurs here, the little scene where, like, the foot is in Yoshi's, Yoshi is eating the foot, looks vicious.
Yeah, so does the
and stabbing is horrendous.
And the blade, like, stays in his body.
And another terrible plan. Like, she had the element of surprise. Like,
oh yeah, because she totally, like, she comes in with the knife and she's like, and now I will kill you for some reason, you're kind of annoying or whatever. And she, rather than stabs her, grabs her, holds her from behind, and then makes the gesture to stab her.
Yeah, so Daisy can get her arms up and block her. Like, terrible plan. Like, if you wanted to kill her, you literally
just stab her.
Yeah,
really.
Just wait until she turns her back. I mean, you suck at this. We're better bad guys than you are. God.
And then the Goombas
are still dancing.
Stop dancing because the Captain Goomba comes and shouts at them.
Daisy has escaped on her own. Well done, Mario Brothers. You're useless. Toad, very nicely, has brought her back some vegetarian food.
And she gets horrified by this
and runs away. And runs away. That's really mean.
Maybe it's not that she's a vegetarian, it's just that she's a picky eater.
Yeah, that might be it. Like, she doesn't even like that. We run into the henchmen being...
Captured by... Why are the henchmen captured by the Goombas?
Because remember, they were going to betray him, like I said earlier.
How did he find out that? How did Koopa find out that?
Didn't they just admit it to him? No. That's it. Lena. Irrelevant second lady. Irrelevant second main protagonist lady. Overheard those two talking in the club about how they were going to betray Koopa.
Why are they going to betray Koopa?
Because as we find out in this scene, where they they are loyal to Princess Daisy. Because yes, big twist reveal.
Right. How many reasons can you name why that twist makes no sense? Because I've got like 3.
Yeah. Well. Just spell it out. The goop that we have discussed.
Okay. Before that, right? Because we're getting 2 twists here. The first twist is that the henchmen have always been loyal to Daisy, as they reveal they served under her father, the king.
Yeah.
But what do you know about my father?
Exactly.
Asks Daisy. Second twist. They take her to the giant alien-like slimy flesh that hangs from the ceiling in that room that Koopa's got where he keeps these slimy flesh things. Turns out that's her dad.
Yep.
Right. Okay, firstly. What?
Yeah.
Secondly, if they were always loyal to Daisy, why did they kidnap Daisy in the first place?
Because they wanted her in the kingdom because she's the rightful princess of the Mushroom Kingdom.
Why did they kidnap her and give her to Koopa then?
Because they knew that the fungus was her dad. And by bringing her to Koopa, they were bringing her closer to her dad.
No. That's not a valid explanation.
Come on, that was a good attempt.
It was an attempt, but it still didn't explain it. Okay, and then, wait. What about the fungus, right? So the dad is this fungus.
Yes. No.
Explain that to me. What's the deal there?
Got de-evolved to the fungus.
To the fungus, right. Okay, so...
I think.
So...
It wasn't
the
clear.
king, Koopa, takes over the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yes.
Yeah? He does so by assassinating the king.
Yeah.
Rather than outrightly killing the king...
Because that'd be too easy.
He puts him in the devolve machine, which surely only exists if Koopa's king. Because Koopa overthrows the Mushroom Kingdom, then in his chamber big castle thing, I suppose it's supposed to be a castle, because it's a castle in the games, but in here it's more like scientific laboratory.
Yeah. Surely
he can only build that once he is king. But regardless, he builds a devolve machine. Yeah. And he devolves the king into this sludgy slime.
Fungus thing, yeah.
Yeah. Why didn't he turn into a Goomba?
He devolved him more than
that's correct. You got to say it does. There's a thing that you can devolve it further because it's like a dial, right? So he devolves into this flesh. Why is the king, who presumably is just a man, why does he then devolve into so much flesh that it covers the entirety of the fungus? Sorry, that it covers the entirety of the Mushroom Kingdom.
The way that fungus works, this movie makes no sense.
Because, even if the fungus grew, why didn't Koopa just burn the original bit of fungus?
Because then we can have a happy resolution to the plot.
That is literally it, isn't it? There's literally no other there's no... But then why didn't he just keep the king prisoner? Why did he have to turn him into fungus?
Oh. Because, if you're a fully fledged human that's evolved from a dinosaur, you can think and escape. If you're fungus hanging from the ceiling, you're fungus hanging from the ceiling. It's less.
Why this is stupid. Why is there a plot point where the king of the Mushroom Kingdom is turned into mushrooms and fungus that really doesn't look anything like mushrooms but looks like bits of flesh? And why does that cover the city? And why does Koopa allow this? And why does Koopa... We know Koopa knows this thing is sentient. We know he does because he speaks to it and taunts it earlier in the film. Why does he not expect this sentient flesh covering the whole city to not be a thing that might, be helping the Mario Brothers, which it does frequently? As in the next scene, where
in the next scene, Mario and Luigi decide to do a... I don't know why Luigi decides this. They get
there's clearly a suicide jump.
So Luigi jumps into it, and then he's hanging in midair. It's it's a test of faith.
It's an anti-gravity.
Look, Indiana Jones. And then Mario, and then Luigi. It's look, I'm fine. Mario, you do the same. And then too late. Does he realise that he's actually just hooked? His gay pride belt is hooked on a
just like a lever.
Yeah, like a lever hanging down. So
what
Mario
doesn't make
jumps.
sense there though is in the previous shot he is clearly floating. He is Luigi is floating. And then the movie expects you to believe hey, look at this, Mario, I'm floating. Not only does Luigi commit to the jump that makes him float, that he has no idea is going to make him float and not plummet to his death, Luigi then is clearly floating, hovering in the air. And Mario's wow, that works. He jumps, nearly falls to his death, but the king, the flesh, forms a trampoline and saves him, bounces back up and he grabs Luigi and then he's oh... You weren't floating, you were simply hanging on a lever hanging on a hook thing this whole time. Right. Luigi would have known he was hanging on a hook. He would have felt it. He would have felt his weight being suspended from a hook. Why did he then tell his brother to plummet to his death?
It was funny. It was so good comedy. You needed it. It's so good. So we cut to Daisy and Yoshi. And then there's an amazing scene where Yoshi's just chilling next to Daisy, and then there's on the podium next to her, Daisy just pulls a gun, and for a second I thought this was about to turn Old Yeller. It was hilarious. Just have you been hurt a little bit? BAM!
He was stabbed before.
Exactly.
It's just like, oh, put you out. It was how different a film would that have been.
Daisy then finds a sort of PA system and announces to presumably the entirety of the building that she's in that she's where she is, and that Mario and Luigi need to get to her. So Mario and Luigi obviously hear this, being inside of the building. Then
they swing for freedom.
Rush to her aid. Rush to her aid, I believe. Introduce.
Oh yeah, we get this awkward sort of spin on a meet the parents scene.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be some sort of critique of romantic comedy tropes. Or...
almost funny.
It's
almost a joke because obviously Luigi is clearly interested in Daisy, and then Daisy. Oh, I love Daisy's expression in this scene because Daisy's obviously just been introduced to the idea that her father is a massive pit of fleshy slime. They come find her, and then Daisy's like, "Oh, guys, there's someone I'd like you to meet." Points to the pulsating goop on the ceiling, and it's like, it's my dad. But she's totally accepted this. She doesn't even there's nothing horrific for her. I would have thought, oh my god, my dad's jelly. She's like, hey, hit me dad mint. He's this jelly thing hanging from the ceiling. She's proud. The expression, the joy on her face, it's a dad. And then Luigi's got the awkward sort of it's a pleasure to meet you, sir. And gives a handshake of sorts to the thing, and then has to wipe off the slime.
It's all really awkward and weird. But
it's almost a joke,
it's almost a joke.
Almost.
But then we get something that me and Daniel consider an actual joke, but it wasn't a joke. It's just stupid. Where obviously Mario's there as well, and Daisy goes, "Oh, Mario."
Oh, how's Daniela? Is she all right?
Daniela, I promise to take her to WrestleMania.
Yes! Yes! Mario is a massive wrestling mark. This is amazing for all sorts of reasons.
10 out of 10.
Yeah, this is the best film ever. Yeah, because do you know what's hilarious about that scene? He'd forgotten about his girlfriend. Yeah. And then when he remembers about his girlfriend, the most important thing was oh yeah, crap, we were going to go to WrestleMania. That's the consent. We weren't know which WrestleMania it was going to be as well.
Yeah.
Because assuming this film is set in...
well, when it came out in 1993.
That was WrestleMania...
it would have been WrestleMania 9 because, it depends, because it came out May 1993 and WrestleMania takes place in April. So if you can say during post-production when it would be set, it would have been set before April and therefore WrestleMania 9. If you're saying that it's set the day it came out, it would be WrestleMania 10.
So he's lucky he missed it, really.
Yeah, if he missed WrestleMania 9, that's fine, man.
Yeah,
well done,
mate, Mario, you missed.
You
What was it? Bret Hart and Yokozuna? No, Yokozuna versus Hulk.
No, it was Bret, Yokozuna, and then Hulk come and ruined the show, and Taker had
that fight with
and it was
Gonzalez, yeah.
Mario,
mate, you missed out.
Yeah, it's fine, man.
It was no 13. Had this movie been set a few years later, Mario, get that last found. You got to take her to see WrestleMania 13.
That's the important one. So then we cut to the bad guys just strolling down a corridor in their place.
Oh, with these little T-Rex walk.
And then literally Daisy and Luigi just run into them.
That's mad. It's not convenient for them, but certainly convenient for the plot.
Yeah. Oh, before that, we'd seen Mario run off to go find Daniela. That's why he's out of the system. Lena goes to a place.
It's the
unsure of this scene. It's
what happens. It's Lena. She wanders into the big fleshy sewer thing, and then
really
we cut away from her.
Yeah. It's
it does progress into something I know the whole point of this is she's going to find the meteorite, isn't she?
Yeah. Oh no, wait, no. Then she gets no.
Oh, is this Koopa betraying her?
Maybe. Hasn't she already betrayed him at this point? Hasn't she got the meteor?
Do you know what? I don't care anymore. She's so irrelevant. It's amazing.
Mario finds where all of them are being held, and then action hero style saves them all. And
so frustrating. How she saves them though. Oh yeah, because the Lena thing. She's got the meteorite. The police come take it off. I give it to Koopa. And then Mario goes and saves the day, saves the princesses. Right, Mario.
Fighting Goombas.
So far removed from this film is so far removed from Mario. But one thing that absolutely has to happen in any Mario media, he has to at some point jump on a Goomba.
You would think.
Now, admittedly, these Goombas look nothing like the Goombas from the game.
But they're called it.
And Mario can't jump without the aid of super boots,
Apparently.
particularly. But we all know that if Mario falls down from the sky onto a Goomba, the Goomba will be defeated. That's what it happens in Mario. That is the point of that enemy in Mario Brothers. One of the Goombas is guarding all of the women.
Yeah.
There, which includes Daniela and a bunch of other women that went missing from Brooklyn.
Yeah, because the henchmen from the start are so inept that they've just been capturing random Brooklyn women instead of Daisy.
That's kind of a good gag, actually. Like, if it's not, it wasn't spelled out. You know, it's like, well, all these other wrong ones. And so how Mario takes the Goomba down? He is above the Goomba. One of the women alerts the Goomba to Mario's presence. Mario jumps over, swings on a lampshade above the Goomba. Literally at this point, to make this movie a million times more Mario Brothers like than it hasn't been, he just has to let go, drop, and fall on the Goomba. It would have that's all I wanted. Just that. And he doesn't. He swings past, on the comeback, kicks him over. Why? You're so far removed from Mario Brothers. Like, this could have been like one saving grace. Just Mario jumping on the Goomba. You set it up as if he's going to jump on the Goomba. It's so frustrating. And then, I mean, unless you count next scene as a warp pipe again.
I wouldn't, but that's could be construed as such.
Yeah, the slide on like a mattress.
Yeah, the slide on.
to escape.
Sorry, we missed the scene. Koopa now has the meteorite because they stole it off the antagonist lady, and it's now given back to him. All the Goombas are going on one big march now because they.
Because they're going to invade Brooklyn, and
then Goombas track down Mario, see the mattress warp pipe open, and pursue them. Also on a also on a mattress because
comedy. Comical scene like wacky hijinks and whatnot, wacky music plays.
And then strongest wrench in the world scene.
Yeah, what is the deal with Mario? Like conveniently, Mario has tools, but wouldn't they got taken off to him when he went to prison? Because throughout this movie, Mario has a variety of tools.
Nah, he would have picked them back up. He could have just picked up any random tools after escaping because this is. Maybe he found them with the suits. Anyway, strongest wrench. Mario, another massive convenience. They fly out of the pipe and land just where Koopa is.
Oh, you noticed also in terms of massive conveniences.
What's that?
In order to trip the Koopas up behind him, he has to stick a wrench in the ground.
Yeah.
There is one hole.
Yeah, that's
in
it.
the entire pipe.
The rest
in
of
which
it is
he can
just
stick that wrench in. The rest
yeah.
of it's just a smooth, icy surface.
So Mario on that burst through the pipe, landing just directly where Koopa is around, and just horrible green screen.
Amazingly awful green screen. So good. I love it so much.
God, is it just terrible. But they land in front, and then face off. How will they get out of this situation?
Oh, this is like one of my favourite bits, actually, because Mario gets a bullet bill. And tiny. It's tiny. And then, instead of using the bullet bill, he throws shoes at him.
Yeah, he puts the bullet bill in the shoe and uses that to propel the shoe to hit Koopa in the face.
Which doesn't make sense, because we've already established that the shoes can propel forward.
Yeah, so it just... Yeah.
It's just an excuse to put a bullet bill in. To relate it more to the Mario franchise, which is something you don't need to do at this point because we are an hour and 25 minutes in and you have in no way been related to the Mario franchise.
Big climactic
face-off, I guess. With the sparky cars going everywhere, chase scenes, fight scenes, guns.
This is between Mario and Koopa. Daisy and Luigi have broken off
to go get Lena.
Who's
got the meteorite and is starting to fuse the dimensions.
Dun, dun, dun. So when that... wait. Before I move on to that point, quote of the movie. My quote of the movie. A couple of scenes before, when Mario runs off to fight Koopa, Luigi looks him in the eyes, gives him his tools. Mario.
Trust the fungus.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
It's a pretty good quote.
That's my quote of the
But
movie.
my favourite quote of the movie is in the fight between Mario and Koopa, where Mario finds a bomb. The iconic bomb, except it's tiny.
Yeah.
He sets the light going.
The bloody fuse, God.
He sets the light going on a minuscule fuse and puts it down. Koopa backs away because, you know, that bomb's approaching him at a massive, massive speed and totally going to hit him at any moment. And then we get the dramatic line, you know, everybody's screaming, he's got a bomb! And then Koopa, extreme close up on the eyes, and goes, now for me, that's the quote of the movie, because if you change the music at that point, that becomes like a serious, like Vietnam style, flashback.
So the bomb is started off, but it hasn't exploded yet. We cut to the next scene, and it is a really gruesome death.
Oh, what happens?
No, you know, she's.
Oh yeah. Just Lena explodes after putting the meteorite into fusing the meteorite with the meteorite that killed the dinosaurs ages ago. That for some reason will fuse the dimensions.
Logic, yeah.
Blah blah blah. She puts the meteorite in. The thing explodes and turns her into a skeleton. Peels all the flesh off her bones and puts her against the wall. Quick with a Luigi.
Thanks. Man, she sure makes an impression.
Amazing.
Yeah,
incredible.
God, we cut back. Dimensions have started to meld. So now, Mario and Koopa
kind of warps
away, and now they're back
in Brooklyn.
Back in Brooklyn.
The Brooklyn accents in this film. So Mario goes back to Brooklyn, see? And then he's confronted by Capelli. Because we forgot about him, you see? And then Capelli gets turned into a monkey. The thing is, that was ridiculous, but it wouldn't have been any less ridiculous if I wasn't doing that ridiculous impression.
You're right, yeah.
Because they do walk back to Brooklyn.
Yeah, they do.
And Capelli gets turned into a monkey by Koopa.
Yep.
Another quote of the movie.
Monkey.
Now, why does he look surprised at this? He has spelled out previously that, you know, this is a devolve gun. The mammals were previously evolved from monkeys.
Yeah.
He shoots him. The guy turns into a monkey. He then looks really surprised. He knows that's what it's going to do. What's also weird, why does only Koopa and Mario go back to Brooklyn if the dimensions are fusing? Because we immediately cut back to Luigi and Daisy and they're still kind of chilling in the Mushroom Kingdom.
Yeah, I know, it's weird. It makes sense a couple of seconds later after you cut back, because through those tools that all plumbers have, they managed to get the meteorite out of the rock, and then Koopa and Mario.
So the dimensions only started fusing.
Yeah, only started fusing.
It's just mad convenience that the two first people to fuse into the Brooklyn dimension was Mario and Koopa.
Yeah, apparently.
For plot's sakes.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be mint if it was Koopa and just some dude we'd never seen before?
Yeah.
He's just where the hell am I?
It was the dude from the car.
Yes! Yes, and then Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong just appears in Brooklyn.
We get, oh god, and then it's third act generic stuff. Koopa's the brothers are gearing up. Koopa's still menacing and being
that bomb's still on the go as well. That's important.
Bloody bomb is still going on. Bertha comes back and gives Luigi the jump boots, and Luigi flies through the air, guns in tow, because
Mario Brothers, gun wielding
Mario Brothers lands next to his brother as they stare off.
Do you know what my favourite bit about the guns are, though?
What's that?
That the SNES Super Scope.
Yeah.
They are literally the same design as the SNES Super Scope.
So
the devolve guns.
The Super Scopes, the Mario Brothers shoot them into Koopa and devolve him a little bit into a more dinosaur look.
Yes, and then my favorite bit of the entire movie, the bomb. Okay, so to clarify some things, Mario earlier in the movie sets the bomb going. We'll get the dramatic bomb, but the bomb falls down a sewer grate. The sewer grate it falls down the sewer grate, thus stopping Mario's plan to very, very slowly have a bomb move towards Bowser and blow him up. But the bomb, despite its tiny fuse, keeps going, walks around the whole city.
This is like 10 minutes.
Like 10 minutes, and
this fuse
climbs
is
up
millimeters
a
long.
wall. Coincidentally, at the end of its fuse, comes under the grate that Bowser is now standing on, and explodes. How did it travel that far, you ask, on such a short fuse? Well, that's the power of Reebok.
What is this product placement?
I don't know. What does that insinuate? Does the Reebok on the bottom of the bomb shoes insinuate that Reebok designed the bomb? Or that Reebok just designed the shoes for the bomb? Because Reebok are shoe manufacturers.
Yeah.
Like sports shoes. They do clothing, but generally, they're famous for their shoes. So they designed the bomb's trainers? Why do Reebok exist within the Mushroom Kingdom?
Movie makes no sense. So Bowser is blown up by the massive force of this teensy little bomb into this weird, cup.
The vat of not having to render our lower halves, as I like to call it, because it only gets blown into a cup, so that when he comes out as a big dinosaur, which is the next thing that happens due to the devolve guns, they don't have to render the lower half of said dinosaur. They keep shooting him with the devolve guns.
Eventually, apparently, all dinosaurs, or the dinosaurs in this universe, have evolved out of goop.
I suppose you can argue that's true.
I can,
Yeah, like they shoot the devolve guns, and then the movie turns into Terminator 2.
Yes,
with the liquid.
The king defeated, the citizens applaud the Mario Brothers heroics.
Yeah. As they fly through.
And they embrace in midair, hugging as the heroes they are.
Yeah, flying through the air, presumably starting another dictatorship.
Yeah, as they should.
Like they're flying over the citizens, and it just looks so like we're above you.
The reign of the Mario Brothers starts.
Yeah. The king,
Yeah.
who is a giant fleshy monster, suddenly turns back, which makes no sense whatsoever. Why would Bowser being defeated cause the king to go back? Like, the effects of the devolve gun still apply. Like, for example, let's use real world logic on this, because that makes it more fun. If you shot me and I died,
yes,
then someone shoots you, I don't come back to life.
But if I've shot you with some sort of genetically engineered gun that changes you from, you as a human into you as some sort of plant, and then somebody shoots me, then you come back.
No.
Fact.
No, that's still the fact. So
we come
conclusion
back to the cave
of the film.
We go to the cave. All the women sent home. Just a point.
Yeah.
Firstly, don't really know how this works both ways, because as we saw before, Mario fell through some weird dimension thing.
But he had to jump into the wall to put him into the Mushroom Kingdom dimension. There was a giant gap.
Yeah, there was a ravine between.
That, so Luigi and Mario had to jump through.
These women have just walked out. They're all dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they'll just walk out of the Mushroom Kingdom through the wall and fall to their deaths.
Yeah, but then they've also got to go through the dimension thing. So, how does that work? Because they could have ended up in a different dimension.
Huh.
You are never seeing these women again.
I know what happens.
Oh, God.
Right? They do travel to a different dimension.
They do, yes.
Hyrule.
And anyway, big emotional finale. Daisy's gonna stay.
No!
Why?
How will the love go on? Luigi gets his kiss, though.
Yeah, he gets his kiss. That's nice. And then just
Mario's standing creepily behind them for the duration of the kiss.
God damn. And then they leave. And we cut to 3 weeks later, when the Mario Brothers are heroes on the news.
Yeah.
For saving the world.
And then we have...
sequel bait!
Oh my god, this movie thought that was going to get a sequel. That is so adorable.
Oh god, yes. Daisy bursts in, gun in tow, looking fairly badass, actually, and says, I need your help. So the brothers gear up for another adventure that they will no doubt get from this success. And that's the end of the movie. Cut to credits.
What did you think, Jamie?
My life was immeasurably better having not seen this. It's terrible. There are 5 seconds of enjoyment I get, and that's the opening 5 seconds.
Not even taking it as a Mario Brothers film.
Right. Makes sense.
It doesn't work as a film.
Nope.
It really doesn't. The heroes do nothing for the first hour and 20 minutes, apart from get lost, end up back in the same scenario. So only the last 20 minutes of the film matter. Well, okay, the first 5 minutes, get them into the Mushroom Kingdom, then say they didn't get arrested, you can argue it's complications, but they only end up back where they were, so you could have the first 5 minutes of the film, and then the last 20 minutes of the film, and it would still be the same movie.
Like, there are movies you can have where, because essentially all that's happened throughout the majority of the movie is that the Mario Brothers go from, wacky set piece to wacky set piece, not actually getting any closer to the goal. Minusculely closer, potentially. But, you can have an enjoyable movie out of that. But this just wasn't it. All of their things were just time wasting. It was just terrible. The villain also, Koopa, did nothing.
Yeah, again, until the last 20 minutes. Only the last 20 minutes. This film's a basketball game.
Yeah.
Only the very end matters. And it's what are we watching?
The plot makes no sense. The characters' motivations and what they do makes no sense. The mushroom, as an adaptation, it's abysmal. As an unadaptation, it's abysmal. It's just, the acting's okay.
The Bob Hoskins' acting is okay.
In parts, the acting is okay.
Because Dennis Hopper.
Yeah, he's not good. He's really bad.
Fantastic, and he's a fantastic actor as well.
Yeah, he's really
The dude is legendary. The guy was in Apocalypse Now. And then he's in this.
Yeah,
he's horrendous. He's so horrendous. What?
I don't think. I think
he's clearly
He's clearly.
I would say phoned it in, but why would you even agree to do it?
Money.
But he was Bob Hoskins, for example. I'm sure I read that he agreed to do it because kids wanted him to do it or something.
Maybe kids wanted him to do it as well.
I would hope that's the case, but then why is he acting so poorly? I mean, he doesn't have much to go with the script.
Yeah, maybe because he's got the script to work
with. Wow, he has, Monkey and Bomb, and, what is he doing? It's just, it's like they fetched someone off the street, not an A-list, amazing, critically acclaimed actor.
Yeah, it just doesn't work.
So much wrong with the film. Why is there gimps? Why is Toad just a stoner? Why is everything so Scooby-Doo?
It just doesn't work.
Who is it for? Who is this movie for?
It's not for kids, I suppose.
Really?
It's for everybody. It's a wacky.
No, because if it's for kids, why does Yoshi get stabbed? Why is there a horrible fleshy mess? That would freak me out as a kid.
Yeah,
it did freak me out as a kid. The fleshy mess. Why is everything so ugly? Okay, it's got some kind of quirky comedy Scooby-Doo thing, so it's not for kids because it's too violent and too dark. Toad gets set on fire at one point.
Yeah, he does. Yeah, that's
when he's a Goomba. He gets set on fire.
Yeah.
That's grim.
Yes.
And is it for fans?
No,
I don't think so. What is this creation? Now you would think that after that, Hollywood had learned its lesson. Hollywood would look at that and go, you know what? Video game movies don't work. But they didn't.
And that's where we will leave you, dear listener.
Because next time, we'll be looking at the next major cinema release. A movie that is arguably worse than this pile.
Yay!
Adapted from the side-scrolling fighter, we give you Double Dragon.
But that's next time.
Remember to like and subscribe, and we'll see you then.